Okay, we have the regular meeting minutes from the March 20th meeting. I didn't have any comments. PJ?
I thought they looked accurate, a lot of, kind of a laundry list of things there, but everything's there, so make a motion to approve.
All right, I'll second.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay, and we're gonna go a little bit out of order. Not really, we'll call Jim Larson our guest. And we have the contracts for the AIA contracts for the architect and for the construction manager. And we sent this up to the prosecutor's office. She approved it. And so I'm going to, we already made a motion to approve the contract, so I'm just going to sign here. Okay, we have 2 copies of each.
That's mine, right? Okay.
Second copy. And we have a copy for Larson and Associates, the architect. They've already signed. Okay. All right, Jim, if you want to give us one of your copies, I will give you Larson's copy to give to him.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And what's your time frame for having the preliminary estimates?
By the end of the week, we should have a cost put together on all the different phases that we want to address and what we want to pick and choose to do.
Okay, good.
Priority list of items that need done. So as soon as we have that, we'll get together with the architect and Jack and the chief here and go through it, make sure we got it all covered.
Okay.
Then we'll bring that to the next board meeting.
Looking forward to seeing that. Yep.
All righty, Jim.
Okay,
Thank you, Jim.
thank you.
Okay. All right, now we'll go back up to scheduled reports. Frank Hitko.
We all have a copy of May's activities and processed 7 applications. You can see they're pretty spread out there. 2 decks, 1 new residential home, an accessory building, swimming pool in the ground. With that new drawing, that makes us 3 for the year, which I guess is going pretty good if we have 3 meetings at this time of year. And let me make note, we were supposed to have 2 variance requests on the conditional use hearing, which was canceled due to between the illness and the severe weather. So they will be rescheduled for this month, at least 2 of them. I think the 2 variances will be heard this month and the renewal of the conditional use will be heard the following month because the applicant is out of town when the meeting is. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Any questions for Frank? Mr. Gordon.
Okay, Auburn Township Road Department report for March 2017. The month of March saw 9 weather events that required 15 rounds of plowing and/or salting. Total road salt usage was 324 tons. This represents the highest total for the month of March, with 154 tons being the average. The season's total currently stands at 1,585 tons of de-icing material supplied, with 1,730 tons the yearly average. Currently, we have about 300 tons in the dome. We have 1,200 tons outstanding and committed purchase, plus or minus 20% on that. March held true as it came in like a lion, and we responded to multiple downed trees on the 1st, 2nd, 8th, 9th, and 24th of the month. You were busy as well, I believe, with the trees. Cold patching was done on several roads and will continue until hot mix is available. We did do some ditching and berm repair on Crackle Road and Valley Road. There was one dry pipe replacement on Quinn Road, and now they're starting to trickle in the residential requests, so we'll start seeing a lot more of those. Meetings with the Geauga County Engineers Office continued concerning our 2017 capital improvement projects. Recommendations are being reviewed by the township with stump grinding, ditching, and culvert replacement slated to begin this month, April. A reminder, just around the corner is roadside cleanup, which will occur on Earth Day, Saturday, April 22nd. Again, burning your hot dogs just the way you like them will be trustee Michael Troyan, with support provided by trustees P.J. Kavanaugh and Don Everett.
I'm in charge of mustard and ketchup.
I love the way you burn my hot dog. Please come and attend and help keep Auburn a beautiful place to live. And that's all I have for March.
All right, any questions for Emmerich? Okay. Reports, Mr. Kavanaugh.
Not a whole lot to report on tonight, other than as the bicentennial things are kind of starting a little bit now. Some of you might have got this in the mail. That's from Kenston's, their Fine Arts Showcase. And 1 o'clock on April 23rd is the bicentennial reenactment, which we did kind of run through the other day to make sure we got the timing right. And I think they're doing a rehearsal tonight too over in Bainbridge. And Chuck Hess wrote the script. He did a great job, and I guess our orders is to be off the stage in 15 minutes, and we ran through it, and it took 12 minutes and 49 seconds, so I guess we're going to be pretty much on time.
Good.
Going to be done in period costume. Chuck's got about 8 or 10 players, he's got a couple lines, and it's kind of a snappy little thing that will lead off that showcase, and I think we want to thank Chuck Hess for putting that together after the event. It's come together nicely. And of course, onward from there, we'll be into a little bit at Memorial Day. We'll at least refer to what we're going to be doing. We'll have some decorations and some things, some special stuff at the museum when we open for that one day. And on from there, Mike, you've been in on the planning too, so as you know. So that's all I got.
Okay. One thing I want to mention is I've been working with Bainbridge relative to the evaluating what we can do to try to get the post office back, or at least rectify some of the problems we're having. And talked with Lori Sass and Jeff Markley, and they wanted to have just a discussion on the issues. And so since May 1st is our regular meeting, we're going to have it here. So we'll just have them as guests for our regular meeting, and of course any residents that want to come in and voice in on the topic. And so like I said, that will be the first meeting in May 1st at 7:30. So if anybody wants to sound in on that, we're trying to get a hold of Dave Joyce's office. We'll probably get Dino, hopefully, to come in.
There was a Jeff Weemhoff that's doing it now, who's a Bainbridge resident. I got his card at home. I'll give him a call.
Okay. And also Jeff's contacting the post office to see if we get a representative from them to also come, and we'll see how that pans out.
Of course, you and I have experience in going through this a little bit with the post office. When we had the 5 different zip codes here in Auburn, several boards worked for years to see what we could do to make some more sense out of that situation, and we had a series of meetings with postal officials, Congressman LaTourette, and the fact of the matter is nothing got done until lame duck session of Congress after the Republicans lost Congress in 2006, and Congressman LaTourette included that into a bill. So it actually did take an act of Congress to do something, to make progress there, after we were told for years that it was impossible.
I believe they mentioned a couple times, the post office said that basically by doing that, we were gonna crumble the entire postal system as we know it.
In almost those exact words.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's-
So, I don't know if Bainbridge was in, I don't think Bainbridge, you know, like I said, we had a lot of experience just not too long ago. I don't think Bainbridge had that experience. So, this is a long bumpy road we're heading down. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that's really the only options for this is
Yeah.
either have the decisions made by the post office that they're gonna do something, or you're right, an act of
It was an
Congress.
act of Congress.
All right. That's all I had. Fred?
Okay, I have in front of you warrants 3707 through 3728, totaling $56,569.45. I also have put in front of you the fund summary report, revenue summary report, appropriation summary report, and that's all I've got. We do have, every year we have to sign an agreement with Middlefield Bank, agreeing to their terms and conditions to use their electronic payment system so that we can pay certain withholdings online and use it to pay our payroll online. So I have those agreements here. I need, one of them is going to require both of your signatures, and the other one would require the chairman to sign. I don't know if we need to do a motion to agree to those. Probably we should.
Okay. All right,
So moved.
second.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
That's it for me.
Okay. All right. Put that back to you. Okay. Under old business, we have Auburn 2017-01 medical marijuana. There's a proposed zoning resolution update, and we need to set a public hearing for that. And since we got that last week, we'll have to have the public hearing on the, let's see, that'd be April 17th.
Yeah, we can do that. Got to get that advertised here. That's 7th, so by Friday. That's obviously doable.
Okay.
So yes,
7 o'clock?
I think 7 o'clock will be good.
All
I'll
right.
make that motion, Fred.
I will second.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay. All right, we have the revised proposal for the Auburn Park Trail kiosk bed.
That was quick. think they just got notice of that today. Okay.
Okay, does that look good to you, PJ, what they proposed here, or?
Quite honestly, haven't seen it, because I know last I talked to
Well, make
Nancy.
sure that what they're gonna do is gonna match David's kiosk.
Yeah, I talked to Nancy midday, and she just told me that they were gonna get us back on the proposal, and they sure did.
It's quite a bit lower without the kiosk.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, about $6,000 less. Sure, I'm for it. All I can say is that kiosk is, well, most of these Eagles projects are done in pretty short order before the 18th birthday, because that's the limit. And David's 18 at the end of August. He's intended for summer construction here. Once he's out of school, once school's over, because he's got 2 months. So, I'm not sure how that fits. I don't know if you do a planned install in late August, September, probably not.
Well, why don't we just table this until we have a more concrete time frame?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Because, I don't know what their, typically, a contract like this is only good for
yeah, well,
a certain amount of time. So, yeah, once you figure it out, we'll just hold this for now, and then once we can get a time frame, so we can put it on a contract saying when we're proposing that it'll be done.
yeah. Well, like I said, I can tell you, I've had kids that have to have their paperwork in, and I've actually met them here while they were on their way to Warren, so they could get their stuff project. So, he's not time crunched, but he wants to do it when school's out, which does make sense.
Right.
So.
Okay, well, that'll keep that. All right. Okay. Any public comment? Yes.
Yes, choose about 2 months. I may be familiar with 3727, but I'm not sure if winter equipment is related to the playground or not. So the winter equipment warrant for 1960, and the little ODNR warrant number 3723 for $98.
The ODNR warrant is for the sign that we have to put up at the playground, advertising that we got a grant through Nature Works.
Okay,
The winter equipment is for snowplow parts.
oh, really burned that one.
There you
Okay.
go. Winter.
Well named.
So that is the name of
Yes, yes,
the
ma'am.
company?
The company's called Winter.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Cool.
I would like to thank all of you trustees for what you did for me when the light was all white down by my house. You could not sleep for 3 weeks because the light was just flashing on all the time.
So there's a joke there. How many trustees does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know, but I think it took all of you.
Yeah, took
But
3
I
of
mean,
us, and we still palmed it off on Nancy.
I thought you guys did a good job for me.
They're actually pretty quick about that, but you gotta let them know. I mean,
But- When before they had the red light on, it was 2 weeks. I had no light, there was no red light at all. Now there is.
They respond pretty quick when you let them know, unlike maybe street lights.
Yeah, thanks to Nancy and everybody here for getting that taken care of for me.
You're welcome, Wilma. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to thank the fire department, rescue squad for coming last week to pick my mom up at my house, and the very fine treatment that they gave her and took good care of her. So,
Thank you. I'll let the crew know.
And same from the Kavanaughs too. I understand you were busy there Saturday too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't drop my car on me while I was working, so you didn't have to come to my house. Any other comments? All right, on that note, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
7. Did you want to say anything about that? Did you want to say anything about that?
No, see you later. Gentlemen, have a good evening.
Thanks, Chief.
That was nice, okay?
Surgery and